college, I met a girl that was a great girl that did have a strong relationship with the Lord, and she always inspired me to try and be a better person than I was. But that began a pattern in my life of trying to be one person for her and still acting out on my tendencies to be a party guy when she wasn't around. When I would have more than a couple of glasses of wine, Sally could immediately see something in my eyes that people that didn't know me as well couldn't see me. And as soon as that happened, a wall would come up between us. And when I wasn't with her, if I was away on a hunting trip, she would immediately ask me, how it went, what it was like. And I found myself, not being truthful to her if I had too much to drink. We were on a trip with some of our best friends who were people that we were in community with here at Watermark. And at one of the dinners, an event occurred. The experience I had was a blackout. I talked with Sally about it the next morning. I went on a long walk by myself, and I clearly felt God letting me know that this was a crossroads for me.
He said, I have a problem, and I have a problem with alcohol. And so this was something that he wanted to get on top of. He recognized it was a hurdle for him and was very transparent about his desire to get over this issue.
We had all heard about a new ministry that they had called Celebrate Recovery, and I told them that that was something that I felt like I needed to investigate and go find out whether that's a place where I could get help with the struggle that I had with alcohol. So as soon as we got back from the trip, I went to Celebrate Recovery for the first time. I worked the program with great enthusiasm for most of the program, but I found that I fell down towards the end. On several occasions, I would be on a business trip. I found myself having a drink in my hotel room, but I knew that it was breaking my sobriety. I knew that it was breaking a commitment that I'd made to the guys in my group and also to my wife.
So it was at that point we had to basically put our relationship with him on the line. It wasn't a case of us not wanting to be his friend anymore or just saying we're not going to be your friend, but we simply said, look, this is an area that you want us to hold you accountable in. You acknowledged that about a month ago. There's a trust and integrity issue that you have with your wife, Sally, and this issue is getting in the way of that. And if you want us to be deeply involved in your life like we are right now, we're expecting you to make these changes. And if you don't make those changes, we're still going to be friendly, but we just can't have the relationship that we had before because we're really trying to sharpen you and make you the man that you want to be.
I think what made me change was the fear of losing the things that meant the most to me in my life, which was my wife, my best friends, but most importantly, my relationship with God. I think I finally came into the realization that as long as I tried to manage alcohol, as long as I said to God, I'm a fully devoted follower of you, except when it comes to alcohol. Let me keep this one little sin. It's so much better than it was. I could never be the man God wanted me to be. I got a sponsor, and I committed to that sponsor that I would go to 90 meetings in the next 90 days. And by God's grace, I do believe that He took away the desire in my heart, and by surrendering my will to His, for the first time, I really felt like I got the benefits of following Him absolutely, of not holding something back from Him that I was afraid to give up.
I have great admiration and respect for Jim, and particularly the way he's handled this. I know there was a time he would have liked to have cut and run. We all have our pride damaged when we're confronted, and he's had his damaged, I've had mine damaged in times past, and you really have to ask yourself, do I care more about myself, or do I care more about growing to be the person Christ wants me to be?
I cannot tell you what a pleasure it is not to have to write in my journal anymore. When I ask God to examine my life and tell me what makes Him sad, the top of my list for I don't know how many years was always, Father, I'm so sorry for the way that I drink. I know it makes you sad. And it's a real joy not to have to do that anymore. I also have found that there's a great freedom of not having any secrets from God, from my wife, and from the guys that I'm going through life with. Wonderful freedom.